Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance to win. I had a pretty good sales day. I got 12 items going out, and the price per item average, very high. So I like that. First thing going out, C3 is a vintage 1985 bright something. I can't remember, bright something, but it's this Pontiac Fiero RC car with the corded remote. This was a toy of mine from my childhood. It's missing a mirror and stuff, but this is a somewhat sought after toy. I got $49.99 plus shipping, and that was after I took an offer. I think we went back and forth and settled on $49.99. I almost bought one of these that was being auctioned off, but it ended up going up too high. I was just gonna buy it and flip it because they said it was untested, and for a bit it was going for $8 plus shipping. So I figured even at that price, they're being sold for parts for 40 bucks. So I was like, I'll take a shot. But then it got bid up a little bit, and I think it went for 25 plus shipping, so I stepped out. But then I did see one, this exact one, and it said, does not come with remote, does not come with RC controller or something like that. It's attached, so if it doesn't have it, I mean, somebody cut it off and it does not function. So that I almost messaged them, but so I passed on letting them know that their item is 100% broken. Next up, A3 is a Ghostbusters A123 plasma. Whoa! Did not create any damage. All right, great. Way to go, Butterfingers. Proton blaster from Ghostbusters. And I got these retail arbitrage from Walmart for $1. And I think I got 5 of them. And for that one, $22.99 free shipping. And even though these are very bulky and large, this will go first class. It'll be borderline, but it's still going to go first class. And like I said, $22.99 free shipping, paid $1 for them. Funny thing about these though, I think it's going to a real Ghostbuster. Hear me out. Okay, evidence number 1. It's going to New York, New York, okay? That's where the Ghostbusters are stationed. Evidence item number 2. The person who bought it, their name is Egon. It's a Ghostbuster. Literally, this is going to a Ghostbuster. Probably they're like, oh, hey, I was a Ghostbuster in the 80s, so let me buy one for my grandkid. I'm choosing to believe that. What is life without a little whimsy? Next up, list of this sold immediately. It's a set of books. It's a vintage Goosebumps box set. New. I bought this as a child at a Scholastic book fair, and I never got around to reading it. So the type of child I was, I think I said this when I was listing it, I was meticulous. So the fact that I hadn't read them meant they weren't getting opened, because why would I open them? Leave them there, pristine. I was a weird kid. But for that, $44.99 free shipping. And they reached out to me and said, hey, if you have any that you're going to list, if you've come across more of these, like, don't even bother listing them. Like, I'll take them. So, of course, I told them, hey, no, this was from my childhood. And they thought that was a wonderful story. But I don't know if they were being sarcastic or not. Either way, $44.99 free shipping, which wasn't great money. I think I priced it at $60 free shipping because that box set sells for about $35 free shipping used, open. So I was hoping for more, but the quick flip, I said, let's go for it. Next up, it's a book, 102 favorite paintings, Norman Rockwell. And then there's a second Norman Rockwell book right here. So it's just 2 Norman Rockwell art books. When I picked these up, I thought they'd be worth more, but they definitely were not. $9.99 free shipping for the set. And then next we got a vintage TIAC model AG something. All right, it's gonna be one of these ones. Good, I'd like to get rid of this. Here we go. TIAC AG55 AM FM tuner. Actually, this TIAC that's right above it, this was mine that I used through my teenage years. So these are relatively the same, just different years of the same thing. But I'm not going to pull it out right now. Maybe this will be the thing I pack today in my packing video. But this unit right there, I got $69.99 plus shipping. I had somebody reach out, and I try to stop myself because, you know, sometimes it's just a question. It's not to be, they're not trying to be rude or mean or stupid, but sometimes, you know, this thing right here, this Rust Sound ST2 Smart Tuner. I get more questions about this unit than basically anything in my store ever. I've had it listed for over a year, maybe over 2 years, and people are very just inquisitive about it, I guess. I don't really know. But somebody sent me, it's like $100 plus shipping. They sent me an offer, $70, and then the message said, but include the shipping. Like, as in, I pay for the shipping. For one, that's not how offers work. So if I would have accepted that offer, they would have had to pay the shipping and the price of the item, and then they probably just wouldn't have paid. Or they would have asked me to cancel the order, or asked me to send them a invoice without the shipping cost in it, whatever it was. So I countered and said, hey, the $70 I'll take, but I'm not paying the shipping. I'm not going to give you $30 off the item and then pay $25, $30 in shipping. Like, yeah, okay, please, why don't you just take my wallet, take my shoes? But I answered politely. That's why I've always worked in customer service, but I love eBay for that, because I can step back. I can, you know, poke fun it a little bit talking to a camera, and then still send out a cordial message and a appropriate business type message to possibly get the sale. Puts a little barrier, a little filter. Next up, A5 is a vintage kaleidoscope from Steven Manufacturing Company, Missouri. M-O, that's Missouri? Or is that Montana? Missouri. MT is Montana. 1980. That was mine from my childhood. $11.99 free shipping. And I was actually very happy that sold. There's a ton of them listed and not a ton of solds. All right, shipping tip for you. How to use a box stretcher. Now, I'm saying that as a joke because, of course, no such thing. Good to mess with the new guy. When you work by yourself, that's your cat or whatever. But when you just need a little extra in the box. So this, I probably could have bubble wrapped and just put in a poly bag, but it is a cardboard exterior, so any major weight, even with bubble wrap, I think would damage this, unless I went very heavy on the bubble wrap. So I figured, why not just chuck it in a box? This, I have an eBay box, a 8x6x4, which you'll see can fit kind of on an angle here, but not really. But I got a lot of extra space the other direction, so I just want a little extra space. So what you do, you take your tape measure, you measure the side that you want to reduce. So I need it to be longer, so the width side is the one I'm reducing. So you take it and you measure. I did 2 inches, so I measure over 2 inches. I measure over 2 inches. I take my ruler. I make a line. I take my box resizer. This step you do not have to do. It just makes it easier. I run that along the line, like so. Then you take utility knife, which this is the step you have to do. The box resizer part, it just makes it a cleaner fold. And you're going to cut from where the box is through the tab, because this part will now be a corner, so it can't be attached. So you do that on both. Then you flip it over, and you do the exact same thing. So if you flip, you end up where you don't get lost. So you do your lines, you flip, you do the exact same process, you cut them, and then, now when you go to build your box out, now I have a box that perfectly fits the item I need. Now, when you do fold this out, sometimes it will get a little crazy as far as all the tabs and stuff. What you can do at this point is score through both of these, and it'll give you a nice seam. But I don't want to do that because, or at least I'm not going to do that, because what you'll end up with is a hole here and a hole here that you have to tape over or patch. So as long as I don't need to cut these off to adjust weight, I'm gonna leave them on, and you end up with a perfect shipping box the size you need. I am gonna put 1 wrap of small bubble around this, but it's only for a vapor barrier. And then this I won't be able to get down right now, but it is a large lot of 29 religious albums. I'll just slide the books out of the way for now. And it's this lot right here, big old lot of albums. I took an offer, $24.99 free shipping. I mean, that's going to cost me $10 probably, somewhere in there, because it's going to be pretty heavy. So not a lot of profit. That one was just kind of a, let me get these out. Because people be like, why would you list something for $30 free shipping where you're going to make maybe 10, 15 bucks? And it's going to be a bit of a hassle to pack. Well, because the other option is I go through the hassle of donating it, or the hassle of throwing it away, or the hassle of doing something else with it. I'd rather get paid for my hassles than do things that are a hassle for free. Next up, it's a book, Constitution of our United States, right here. It also has the Declaration of Independence and Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. And that's literally what's in it. Exactly what's in it, what it says. And for that mini book from Rand McNally, 1936, $12.99 free shipping. And then next up, this order has 2 items in it. B3A, over here. All right, B3A is a Looney Tunes Sylvester and a Looney Tunes Bugs Bunny baseball from Spalding. These are new in package. And for the set of them, $29.98 free shipping going through the global shipping program. This is one of those items where I wish I had pirate ship simple export rate set up. It probably wouldn't have changed how much I got, but it would have saved the buyer a lot of money. Something I do need to make the effort to do, at least on my first class items. Everything else, I'd rather not deal with that and just go through global shipping program. But anything under a pound, I need to do it. It's more of a I keep forgetting than it's a hassle. They were making offers on both. They were too low. I countered on both with $14.99 because one was like 22 and one was like 20 or something like that, or one was 25, one was 20. But I figured in the buyer's mind, okay, 30 bucks for the pair seems fair. I was trying to, get ahead of what they would think with my offer, and then you took it. And then next thing up, so glad to see this go, vintage Pioneer model CTF6262. It is this cassette player for parts or repair. It does power on, but the tape drive does not go. I think it was jammed up and probably broke the motor inside. But very glad to see that go. I've had somebody buy it 2 or 3 times and then just never pay for it. So they didn't really buy it because they didn't pay for it. But good to have that one go. $49 plus shipping. Weirdest counter offer ever. I offered $49.99. They counter with $49. Okay, sure. And it wasn't like if they would have countered with 49 and had like a message, like they were just trying to like say, hey, this or whatever, that would have made sense. But they just really wanted that $1 off. They must have had an exact amount of money they had available to spend, which kind of makes sense because with the shipping, it makes it almost exactly $75. So maybe that's what it was. Their budget was 75 bucks. They had to get it under 75 bucks. And then last thing going out, B3A is an orange Tupperware lid. This one right here, to be specific, it's a 120735 Tupperware lid. And for that, $6.99 free shipping. So not like it's been with an easy shipping day. This is actually this is going to take me a couple hours because I'm going to have to build a box for this. I'm going to possibly have to build a box for this. I'm going to have to definitely build a box for both of those stereo units. So that's 20 plus minutes each. But that's okay because it's big dollar. I'm okay with that. But that's why I've been gravitating away from the large items because I'd rather list 2 $15 items that are this big than one $30 item that's this big. Or 2 or 3 $20 items that are this big, then one item that's this big or this big that I'm going to get $50 for. You don't get to pick and choose when you're first starting. So for me, I saw dollars. I saw stereo units that people were getting rid of for $5, $10, and I saw dollars. I didn't see time and effort. And I have grown as a reseller, and that has been the #1 thing that I have implemented and pound into my brain, that time and effort matters most. All right, just had a last second, not even the last second, a sale come in right before I was about to pack up. Might as well throw this one in too, so you don't got to wait till Monday. Hate to do that to somebody. It is Car 2 Hot Wheels Redline. Car 2. Which means I got one more red line left. Here we go. Car 2 is an Indy car in not great shape. The plastic thing's a little bent. The paint is terrible. The plastic cabin wrap type area things all chipped up. $19.69 for that one right there. $29.99 free shipping. And that's what I'm talking about, because this right here, $29.99. So, you know, $25 after the cost of shipping. If I list 2 of these instead of 1 of these, look at the difference in space. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's just something that I wasn't paying attention to. So we'll throw that one in for stuff that goes out today as well. All right, for today's packing video, I was going to do one of the stereo units. I've done that a couple times. I have videos on that. I will actually put one of those videos. I'll link it at the end of this one just in case you are curious on how to pack large stereo units, which would be the same way you would pack something like this. So I figured just something a little different. I'll actually show how I'll pack this Redline, which is a not minimal value. So it's $30. So that's not crazy. I'm not going to worry about this in shipping as far as if this is lost. This hurts my bottom line anyway, but also needs a little more care than just chucking it in a box or a envelope or whatever. So what I would do with something like this is first, piece of bubble wrap. And this is just small bubble. And then I would get as many rolls on that as I can. And don't do it too tight, because you don't want to bend anything. The wheels, the axles that the wheels are attached to on these are actually quite delicate. Maybe they weren't when they were first made, but over time, yes. Then you're going to fold one side over, fold the other side over. And if I had them, then this would go into a small poly bag. But the smallest poly bags I have right now are this big. So that's overkill. So what I'll actually do is jump that up to using a bubble mailer. And just one of these craft bubble mailers. These are significantly cheaper than these. But these are necessary if you need a moisture barrier or if you're shipping games. Because even though these are technically the same size, which I think is a number 0. These are both number 0s, but games do not fit in these unless you really work at it, and it's not worth it for me for the time. So my games go in these. Anything else that doesn't need extra water protection goes in one of these, which that car is fine. And then I'll just slide that in, push it down to the bottom a little bit. And I used to always fold over as much as I could, and it was because I wanted more bubble wrap and more bubble wrap. I figured out it's doing more harm than good. If I need more bubble wrap on the item, put more bubble wrap on the item, and then just seal the envelope where it seals, just like so. Easy peasy, ready to go. Okay, so we're going to keep this train rolling of orders still coming in. I'm loving it. What a fantastic sales day. The item I was just talking about, this Russ Sound amplifier. Now I feel like this isn't going to go great, but they sent me the offer, said, how about $70 you pay for the shipping? And I countered with $79.99 and the message that $70 is a fair offer, but I'm not going to cover the shipping. They accepted that offer. They paid the $79.99 and the shipping. I don't get to get in the heads of a buyer. I just get to list the things and hope they sell. So another item today, $79.99 plus shipping. I need to get to packing some orders. It is Friday, so that's family night. It's my oldest daughter's pick this week. Probably she'll pick McDonald's. I think that's kind of the kids got burnt out on pizza. Sounds crazy, but they get pizza at school like every day. So I think she's gonna go with McDonald's. I hope she picks a movie. I very much hope she picks a movie. The only other thing she would pick would be karaoke, and it's okay. I don't mind it, but I like on a Friday just being able to sit on the couch and watch a movie. So hopefully she picks a movie. But that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.